Happy Sunday, boys. How's it going? I hope you're ready for some hardcore programming because that's what we're about to do. Now, I guess on Friday I posted I posted a proof of concept of the inventory system and what how I kind of envisioned that the dialogue would look, and this is it. And I was working on it over the weekend, and I was actually I was proud of the progress I had made. Right, like I've never built any kind of serious UI in Unity. As I love to say, this is my first Unity game ever. So what do I know about building UIs? But I have made some good progress, and like you got to understand, like these days, it is it's kind of difficult for me to make progress when it comes to programming because I don't have the same kind of focus and patience that I did when I was younger. And I don't know if it's just a matter of getting older and also kind of like with my work, I've been gearing less towards programming, more towards architecture. I mean, I'm a chief architect, so that kind of makes sense. So actually getting down and doing the nitty gritty of programming, sometimes it's a little difficult for me to actually kind of stay focused and do it. Well, so Friday and Saturday, I was making like really good progress on this. It looked nothing like this, but I was just trying to get the layout and everything, and figured I could go back and then I'll just do the stylistic portion of it at a later date. And then I see a pull request from Matthew, who's not in the chat room. I see a pull request from good old English Matthew. And that MFer basically took my concept and within like probably 10 minutes implemented it fully. And I was like, how can I not use it? Like I have to use it because like what I had implemented was utter crap, but you know, again, first Unity project ever. But what he had implemented looked beautiful. I mean, it actually looked exactly like the dialogue that I had designed as a proof of concept, and I'm going to show it to you now. Oh wait, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm actually hitting an error. And I kind of started this stream because I kind of wanted to see if Matthew would join the stream so that maybe I could seek an answer about this stream. But until he does, I think maybe we will try to. We'll do our best to make do without him. So let me just do this. Okay, everything looks good there. Okay. Yeah. Don't buy it. All right. So anyway, oh wait, let me do one last thing. Let me do one last thing off screen. Come on. Let me do this. Okay. Okay. All right. Everything says I'm live. Oh, and there's Matthew. He did show up. He said, "Sup, I'll grab a drink actually back in 2 minutes." All right, so we can talk about the error. Because one thing I've noticed, like if I go to the inventory items and I do let me make sure, let me check myself. Because if I do like a add okay, so I'm going to do add UI element slider, right? I'm just going to pick something. Now, if I name this slider, I'm just going to name it Frank, okay? Now, once I've done that, I don't see really an easy way to determine what it is. Like if I wanted to do a call that is get component of the of this, if I have an object to this parent and I'm like get component in children or whatever the call is, I don't see an easy way to get it. Like I do see the slider over here, but let's delete Frank. All right, we're gonna delete Frank. And then if I do add UI element, let's see, drop down. I think drop down might be good. So it does say like drop down text mesh pro, but oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking. Okay. Because what I am struggling with is I need to get this icon. And so I tried doing like get component in children image, right? I do here. Well, now it says sprite, but I originally tried with image, where new item, get component in children image. Now toggle works. I'm able to get the toggle, right? I get the toggle component just fine, but I cannot get. So this does say image here. But so basically what my issue is that it's not like if I look at toggle, all right, so do I know it, like it doesn't tell me the class name because it kind of pretties it up and I guess it changes it, but it would also be nice if there was some way that I could get the fully qualified class name of the component. Because so if I do, let me change this to image just for illustration. So I have two images. I think I'm going to try this one. This is a perfect case for drag and drop. Remove your get component and use the public serialized variable for the thing you need to drag and assign the inspector. Well, the thing is I can't. Because what I'm trying to do, so on the image, so this is the inventory item, and so I instantiate those when I add them to the list. So there's nothing for me to drag, and I mean in the prefab maybe, but where am I dragging it? Right? Like where am I dragging it? So basically, what I want to be able to do is, let me comment that out. So here I have this toggle. I'm able to get the toggle component, but I can't get the image component because I want to set the image, right? After I instantiate the items, I want to add them to the list, which I do, which is like the last thing I do. And then, but I need to set the thumbnail. So my thought was I could do this. Like image item, get component image, and then AI is going to fill in most of the blanks. But this is exactly what I wanted, right? I just basically I want to get the image, make sure it's not null, make sure that the item actually does have a thumbnail, and then I can set the sprite to the thumbnail. This is all very straightforward. It all makes sense. There's no mystery here. However, I get a runtime error. I get a runtime error, and the runtime error is basically telling me that this class needs to derive from mono behavior. So here we have. Oh wait, no, I wanted to look up the class. That's weird. Okay, toggle. Okay, UI. So actually, I'm just going to try that. I'm just going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's just try it. Okay, so image, there we go. Okay, and now we have image here, get component. Okay, so I want to do it exactly how I did toggle. So I did get component in children. So I'm just going to do get component in children image. Okay, now let's go back over to Unity. All right, come on, Unity. And then let's play the image. Not play the image. Let's just play this. All right, let me see. Okay, come over here. So let's see. I can pick this up with Z. I feel like I need a better shortcut than Z. And now if I hit I to display it works. It works. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work great, but it works. Okay, so I'm not getting that error anymore. All right. Did this? So I guess the issue was that the namespace was defaulting to Unity UI elements. I see it's grayed out, which means that it's not being referenced. So maybe that's it. Was that it? That can't be it. That must be it. Okay. So then the question is, all right, well, okay, it's getting a different image. So it looks like it's getting it. So if there's multiple image components, it looks like it's getting one, like maybe button itself has an image component, which it does. I can see that. Okay, so it's getting this. It's getting this image component, but I want to get this image component. How do I do that? So, can you get a component by name? I think you can, but I don't know how. Let's ask Grok. In Unity, when I call, let's just paste something in, right? When I call something, it will get me the first image give me the first image component. Okay. Is there a way to get components by name? Let's just see if there is. There probably is, but the problem is that it's not going to be very. Oh, and there even isn't. Yeah. So this is telling me to get. Wow. It's telling me to get its own. I think it's telling me to basically just iterate through everything and then compare, which is going to be terrible for performance. So maybe we do have to attach a little helper script. Like we have, let's see, can we, okay, no, item inventory entity tag, that's attached to the selection, to the scroll view. So it's not going to be attached here. We're not going to see it. Yeah. Okay. So I guess what we need to do is just have a little helper script that we attach to this inventory item, and then we can drag that to the helper script, right? So, all right. So let's just create a new mono behavior. I feel like that, but I just feel like this is overkill. We'll call it inventory item helper. Very unique name. So now we should be able to do, okay, so now if we add, okay, calm down. Just calm down for a second. All right, let me let Unity do its thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach inventory item helper to the inventory item here. So I can just do this, easy. Okay, now if I go and I just add we can delete that. So basically, it's just going to be serialized field. I guess it would be Unity. I'm going to type it all out. Unity UI. Okay, I'm just going to do the using the alias. Okay, so we'll do this. So it's going to be an image. Okay, image, and then we're going to do item icon or item thumbnail. And then it's going to be nullable. I mean, it could possibly be null because we might not have a thumbnail for every item. Okay. And then I just feel like this is overkill, man. I just do. Okay, but it should work. Should work. This should work. But I just feel like it's overkill. Okay, so we have our item inventory. Okay, so the thumbnail, I should be able to set this here. Right. Okay. It still feels bad. It still feels wrong. And then so from there we should be able, so now in our inventory class, I should just be able to call get component in children inventory item helper. If the helper is not null and the thumbnail is not null, helper. So this should work. I just don't like it. Is this going to be it? Is it going to be a set image? Oh, no. Wait a minute. No, what did I call it? I called it thumbnail. Item thumbnail. Let's just call it thumbnail. All right. All right. So this, Did I spell thumbnail correctly? Helper inventory. Oh, okay. I see. I should just make it public. There we go. Okay, so what's the problem with this? Now what's the problem? Cannot implicitly... Okay, so this is a sprite. So... Yes, this. Okay. Okay. That should work. I just don't like the fact that I had to add this helper script. I don't like that. I don't like it. Like, there should be a way for me to get... Like, if I have the inventory item object, I should be able to get the child... I don't know, man. I just don't like it. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. All right. Let's play it and see if it works. I don't like it. And if I don't like it, then I don't like it. That's simple. All right, so we'll pick up our pistol. We'll pick up our cell phone. And both of these should have a thumbnail. And it didn't work. Okay, what went wrong? Why is... okay, wait a minute. Come back here. Come back. Object reference not set. What's not set? Is it helper thumbnail that's not set? But I just got it, so I know thumbnail. But that should be set. Did I not drag it? Let me see. What am I missing? Oh. Okay. Why didn't that work the last time? Okay. Oh, okay. Whatever. Let's just... We don't have any compilation errors. Let's just try it again. Okay. Oh, works great. Works great. I mean, obviously, like the cell phone image is like, okay. I think both icons need transparent backgrounds, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so this, of course, is the UI that Matthew did, which looks amazing. Unity is very component-based. No, that makes sense. It's how I do it. Remove the question from the image. We shouldn't need that. No, so I mean, I'm just going to have the question mark there, or, you know, some type of default icon, some type of default thumbnail for, you know, in case we don't have it. There should be something. Okay, so these are all, okay, I want to, so I feel like these two options, they need to be in a box. Right, like that's what I originally tried to do in my abomination of attempting to do this. Like, I had them in a box, because the way I envision it is you'll go. This will be a list of NPCs nearby, and then yeah. So you'll select your NPC and then transfer item, and then whatever items over here are selected, you will then transfer those items to the player. Or to that NPC. So let's start with the easy cases, which equip and drop should be the easy cases. So let's start there. All right. So, and we already have, let me do this, and let me go ahead and check this code in, just in case things go bad. Oh, wow, that's a lot. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. But I think it's just mostly moving things. Like, I renamed like Matthew had it named like _ version 2. I just removed that. I just changed the names. And then a couple of like minor changes. I am super sweaty. I have been running like I've been doing my run walks, right? I've been doing run walks, and they've been getting better. They've been getting like more and more. So I found a good stable path that was five. It was because it was annoying me because I was doing these runs. Again, I'm going to say runs, but I want to try to be honest here. It's a run walk, right? But it's been, I would say it's like 75% run, 25% walk. But I was doing this circuit in my neighborhood, which was like 4.92 miles. And I'm like, oh. So I literally, last night, I was looking on a map and I was like, okay, where can I add like 0.08 miles? Like I just wanted a little, like just needed a little bit more. So I found it. And then today I was very excited. So I did that. And then all in all, I was able to, I'm going to show you, but let me close this, make sure I don't accidentally show a dick pic or something. Okay. Not that I would have those on my phone. Okay. Yes. So 5.19 miles. Now I know that I know Matthew probably has no idea what that is. I think 5.19 miles. I think that's like 1,000 kilometers. If you do the math, I'm pretty sure it's around 1,000 kilometers. Matthew says, I need to hit the gym now. The weather is cooler. My legs are going weak. All right. Well, if you got to go to the gym, go to the gym. I got what I needed from you. I didn't need anything, but you know, I got the information I needed. Okay. Cleaning up. Are changing things around a little. So Matthew's leaving. Nice. So that is weird. I noticed that when I first learned that when I was in Ireland, that I can't remember if it was in Ireland that where I think probably the same in England where they use miles for distance. Like you literally on the signs, it'll say like London, 12 miles. Well, it was the case in Ireland at least. So it would say like Dublin, 12 miles. Cork, 30 miles. Like Galway, 15 miles. Like whatever it is. They would use miles. But then for speed, they use kilometers per hour. Or I might be reversing that. It might be the other way around, right? Where they use miles for speed, but then they use kilometers for distance. So I remember they were using both. I remember, and I was like, that is the most ridiculous thing. And I remember because I was in Ireland for like almost 2 months. But it was a long time ago. It was like 20 years ago, literally. It was like 2000. It was like 2004, 2005. But and then this guy, Dave, I think his name was Dave Ireland. I don't remember, but I just remember like he was like my buddy. Like he and I got along. We talked a lot. We like talking about politics and like how crazy America is and stuff and blah blah blah. And I remember asking him about that. I'm like, why do you have miles and kilometers? Like why? And he's like, oh, we like to hedge our bets. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Okay, so we'll do it. I think equip will probably be, okay. I do have to be careful because I got to keep in mind. I have to keep in mind that this inventory window will be used for NPCs as well. I was just looking through to see if there's any junk that I need to delete, but okay. All right, let me go through. Matthew says, I don't mean right now, just generally you have to hit the gym. Hardest part of going to the gym is putting on your shoes. That is the hardest part. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, wait. Okay. I can view his inventory, but he has nothing. Okay. But at least it still shows up. Perfect. Okay. All right. So maybe we want to start. No. Let's start. Oof. Okay, equip. Okay, how are we going to do this? I'm thinking about equip. Well, first of all, how does equip work for the player? Like, I it's like a convoluted system I have for equipping. And it would be nice to just have it attached to character entity, right? Character, and then just have like public, literally just public void equip item, item entity, and then fill out. So this is the dream. I love saying that. This is the dream. I love saying that. So equip entity, and then that way we can do this on the player and we can do this on the NPC. So would the implementation for both, I'm going back and forth in my mind, like would they be the same, or will they be identical, or will each have their own unique entity? Guys, just in case, I see there's a handful, there's a handful of people on the mobile stream. If you would like to join the desktop stream, then I will put a link to the desktop stream in the mobile. Here, let me put this. Join the desktop stream. And then I'm going to put a link, and then I'm going to pin that in the mobile stream. Okay, pin message. Perfect. Yep. So I decided that I would, because I know the last few times I've streamed, well, I guess the past 2 or 3 weeks that I've been streaming, I only streamed, I was just streaming on YouTube desktop stream. So, but then today I was like, you know what? I spent a little bit of time setting up. I had to reset up some things to get the mobile stream working again. But I am broadcasting. I am streaming on the mobile stream. So, yeah. So thanks for watching. Be sure to click and subscribe if you're new here. And oh shit, leave a message too. I just accidentally browsed away. Okay. All right. So. First let's understand how equip works now. I'm pretty sure if I look in item entity, that will give me a clue. I'm actually going to change the music to something that's a little more, I mean, I love this song, but I want something that's a little more hopping. I was really debating just putting on no, that's going to be copyright. I was really debating just putting on a stream. Like somebody else's stream and just kind of watching that and broadcasting and talking, because isn't that how reaction streams do it? Okay. I know that's a big thing right now. Okay. Tales of Darkness, 1 hour of dark. 1 hour of dark and mysterious horror music. All right. We'll stick to that. I'm going to put it on loop. Oh, all right, boys. All right, let's get back to things and let's stay focused. Okay, so item entity, and then I have this whole equipped item controller. I'm not even sure what that's used for, but here's character entity. What is equipped item controller? Is there any way to send to the other window? Is there a shortcut to send? What is the difference between pin tab and keep tab open? Oh, okay, because of Visual Studio. I hate that feature. Visual Studio Code does this. I guess Visual Studio does it too, where it's the temporary opening of a file. No. If I open the file, open the file. If I want it closed, I will close it myself, man. That's one of the first things I turn off on Visual Studio Code. I turn that feature off because I hate it. That whole where it's it's only temporarily open. I can't stand that feature. No, I know when I want a file open. Don't tell me when I want to close a file. All right, so let's see. Equipped item controller. This, I do like that I started doing this, where I started putting notes what this script is. All right, this script is attached to the root player object and handles the mechanics of the equipped item, dropping, storing, wielding, blah. Yeah, Matthew says, what does it even mean to be temporarily open? It either is or is not. Yeah, so the feature, I mean, yeah, I hate that feature. Because what it does is, if you do, a search, let's see if I can, I don't even know how I did it. Let's see if I can replicate it. So, something that's not open. Player interactor is open. That's the problem. Wait, how do I collapse all of these? Can't I collapse these search results to just see file names? Inventory, pistol interaction. I don't think that's open. I'm looking on, it is open, okay. Rusty knife interaction. Okay, so if I click it, so here, yeah, it's temporarily open. And so the idea of the feature is if I browse away from it, then it should automatically close. Let's see if I'm correct. No. So what's the point of it? It didn't close. Oh, I hate the feature. FNQ, welcome, says, why light theme? I'm just watching you in my eyes. Everybody, I am a light theme person. So I remember being in elementary school, and I literally, like, second, third grade. Sibunga Skyleta says hi. Said hi. I don't know what this is, said hi thing. But anyway, but I remember being like a young kid a million years ago in elementary school, and you go in the line, right? You go to the line, like, and you grab your milk, and then you get in line with your tray, and then you go to the tray, like, you put your food and everything on there. So I remember I was the only kid, pretty much the only kid that ever got white milk. Like, I cannot stand chocolate milk. Chocolate milk, like, I like chocolate, don't get me wrong, but chocolate milk is disgusting. I do not like chocolate milk. So, and I remember being the only kid in school that ever got white milk. And that's how I feel with light themed IDEs. Like, I'm the only person that prefers light theme, but I like light theme. Dark theme, you can use a dark theme if you are a 16-year-old Finnish hacker. That's it. Nobody else can use a dark theme. Lisa, hi, Addie. Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, chocolate milk is amazing. I have to disagree. Chocolate milk is, it's not good. It's not good. I will say, like, I was going to say that chocolate as a drink in general, I do not like. But I do like a hot chocolate. However, it gives it like, I get issues with hot chocolate. Even if I use something like almond milk, I still get issues. And I think it has something to do with, like, melting the chocolate. Like, I don't know. But, like, whenever I have hot chocolate, oh boy, it tears me up. And you know what I'm talking about. FNQ says, bro, I am the complete opposite. I mean, to each their own, man. Lisa says, we disagree on so much. All right, well, yeah, but that's the beautiful thing about this country, is you can still disagree and talk to people with whom you disagree without having to worry about getting shot in the throat. I had to throw a political statement in there. I just had to. Okay, let's get back to it. All right. So what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to figure out how. So we have this set equipped item, and this is on the equipped item controller, which is attached to the player. So again, if I want to attach it to character entity, right? Okay, so this is game object, but that's fine. So let's just kind of go through and implement it how I imagine it or how I would like it to be implemented. Lisa says, I have to get dressed now. I'll talk to you later. Send pics, Lisa. Send pics. You have my number. Just text them to me. All right. Let me see. Just checking. Okay. So let's see. Set equipped item. Okay. All right, so it, obviously, okay, well, item is going to, let's see, item here. I don't know why it would be null. That seems like a weird thing to check. Okay, we will, So I do think what is character entity attached to on the player? That's going to make a difference, because here it's attached to the root player object, at least according to my note. And generally comments, one thing to remember is, like, comments are often for yourself. Like, I've noticed that in life, like, I've been programming a long time, and comments, like, I feel that the comments that other people write are kind of useless, whereas the comments I write are very helpful, but they're comments for me. Neezer Alhit says, light theme is better when around is light. Dark is when the room is dim, and it's from me. For me, I get what you're saying. I think he's trying to say that the light theme is better. I actually, I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm not sure. Okay. You know what? I want to try something, right? Because sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone. How do we change the theme in Visual Studio? I haven't had to change the theme in forever. Like I just started using Visual Studio again. Like what was it? It was like a week ago, not even a week ago, but I have been enjoying it. Because I always did like Visual Studio. But of course, Visual Studio really shines when it comes to debugging. The debugging experience in Visual Studio is it is second to none. Like no IDE has a better debugging experience than Visual Studio. It's just other things that I've had to get used to. But let's see, how do I change the theme? Okay, theme. Here we go. So I am currently on light. I'm going to try just for F and Q, and he still better be here. F and Q, because I'm doing this for you. F and Q better still be here in the chat room. Let me know if you are. I'm going to try the dark theme. I'm kind of curious about blue. Well, let's get more themes. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the options here. Let me drag this over here. Okay, the good night theme. Matthew says, I customized a lot of my Visual Studio appearance, like beyond just using a theme. Yeah, that makes sense too. Okay, Dark Knight theme, let's see, Visual Studio theme, the Dookie stream theme. What do we want to, Midnight Deep theme. Okay, oh, they have little ratings. Razman! Oh my God, Razman is this. It really should be Singleton Man. He is not here, but you just got an upgrade. Wait, how do you know F and Q's not here? Are you F and Q? Is that what's happening? Red theme. Red theme. I should try that because I can't see reds, so that would be weird. Let's see. Actually. All right, we're going to try, I think, Midnight Lights. I see like blue there. Oceanic theme. Dark. Okay, I'm curious about this Midnight Lights. All right, guys, here, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. I feel, God damn, what was that? Pick a number. The first person that types in a number, pick a number 1 through 20. Go. First one I see. 1 through 20. Pick a number. Somebody. Pick a number. Yashvir says, hello. Hello, Yashvir. Come on. Somebody type a number in, whether you're on the mobile stream or you're on the desktop stream. Type a number in 1 through 20. Someone. Come on. Let's do it. Man, it must be nice to have a stream with lots of people where you can actually interact with them. Yashvir says 19. He was the first one. Okay, here's how we're going to do it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, without looking, pick a number 1 through 6. 1 through 6. First one I see. Go. Razman's too late, and he was trying to be clever by typing in a binary number. Come on. 1 through 6. Anybody? Type it in. Dunder says VS Code modernized. Well, we're using Visual Studio, so, but maybe there's a version for Visual Studio. Come on. Somebody. 1 through 6. Come on. Anybody. Come on. We got this, guys. 6. Oh, no, Yashvir was first with 5. Okay, so right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're trying the Tokyo City theme is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to be using. The Tokyo City theme. Download. Okay, how do I do this? Is it just the installer? Am I going to have to restart Visual Studio? I mean, I guess that's not a big deal. Razman and wife. Hello. Oh, Mrs. Razman is here. Hello, Mrs. Razman. Okay, Visual Studio. Yes, install. Welcome. Slybunga. Oh, he's over in the desktop stream. Welcome, Slybunga. Oh, wait, this is the mobile stream. Okay. Razman, you were too late, man. You're too late. All right, so we're gonna let me close Visual Studio because we're gonna update and we're gonna try the Tokyo theme. What was it called? It was like the Tokyo City theme. Oh, there's a darker and a lighter version. All right. Well, just for F and Q, even though he's not here, we're going to try the darker version. We're going to try it. Oh my God, how long does it take to install a thing? While this is installing, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Let me get my be right back screen on. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I am back. Let me turn the camera back on. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let me, I need to turn this back on. Okay, perfect. All right. Did it install? It installed. So my wife, she was, she got back. She was away for a while. But, when she was coming back from China, she, had a 2-day stop in, Visual Studio. Here we go. She had a 2-day stop in Abu Dhabi. And so she stopped in Abu Dhabi and she bought these chocolates. Choco Stick Pistachio. They're so good. They're so good. She got 2 bags of it. And I told her, I told her last night, I warned her. I said, you have to hide these from me. And she's like, no, just don't eat them. And I'm like, no. You have to hide them. No, just don't eat them. That's what she tells me. No, just don't eat them. And I'm like, no, honey, it's not that easy. Hide them. She hasn't hid them. So you know what? I'm going to keep eating them. And the worst part is, she's going to get mad because I'm going to eat them all. It'll be my fault. Sean Lasharkey says, yo ho ho. I'm a 14-year-old developer. Oh, God. How do I ban somebody? No. Okay. Real. I have a chocolate bar downstairs. It only exists because it's downstairs. Yes. Yeah. This is why, like, the best way to not snack is to not have snacks. Literally. Best way. This is why I don't buy snacks. If I buy snacks, I'm eating the snacks. It's not like I can buy a thing of cookies and just have like 1 cookie a day for like a month. No. I will tear the cookies apart. Okay, what were we doing? We were changing the theme. I don't know how I got it. Okay, we're going to try this. Tokyo. Let's just try Tokyo City. Let's be pure. All right, we're going to try this. We're going to try it. I'm gonna give it the old college try. All right. Okay. I'm already like, I can't do this, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and work with it. Okay. So set equipped item. So the character entity, obviously, it needs some type of concept of the equipped item. So that's just going to be simply an item entity, equipped item, and then yeah, it can be defaulted to null, and then we'll just have a public getter. Okay. So the question is what to do if the equipped item, if you already have an equipped item. Here we just, I mean, the current implementation is to just drop it. I think for now we're going to just, we'll just do a log message and we'll just exit out early. That is not going to be the final solution, but that's what we're going to do for now. If equipped item equals null, let's just log an error. Oh my God, this theme. Unequip item first, that's fine. And then return. Okay. I'm literally like, okay, I don't know how much longer I can do this. All right. Okay, bye, good night. Yashvir says, okay, bye, good night. Okay, good night, Yashvir. Thanks for stopping by. Click and subscribe. Let's see. Yeah, Mrs. Razman says, "Ha, I have heard that story before." Oh, not sure what you're talking about, but yeah, I know it was funny. I'm a funny guy. All right, let's see. All right, so we're passing in the equipped item. So if we equip an item from the inventory, that's a thing. Does the equipped item still show up in the inventory? And I think it should. But there needs to be some type of marker on it that says it's the equipped item, right? Like what kind of, let's see. I don't want to make this more difficult than it needs to be. I have a tendency to do that. But I think as long as we're, let's see, inventory item. I mean, literally, it could just, I mean, let's worry about that in a minute. Let's get back to this. Let's talk about the equipped item. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Let's see. What do we do here? We have the local position. So this is how it... Oh, that's going to be tricky. That's going to be... Maybe it's not that bad. Okay, so what this has done is just positioning the item where it needs to go. And so the way I did this is I put the position where the item should be held. I put that on the that information is stored in the item itself, in the item data. All right. And then I set the parent. Okay, yeah, equipped item equals this. Yes, equipped item transform set the parent. Okay, let's start there. Item. No. Okay, equipped item equals item. Perfect. Easy. Okay. So what on the left-hand side I have this equipped item position. What is that? It's a transform. Equipped item controller. Is this the only place it's used? I think that's the only place it's used. Find all. Okay, it is. And then obviously I've set, oh my God. Okay. I tried, boys. I tried. I really did. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to try a Tokyo City lighter. Oh God, that's horrible. That has like no contrast. Like, no, we're going back. We're going back to an oldie but goodie. Like, you know how sometimes like, never mind. I was going to say something really bad, but let's see. Let's just do that. Okay, perfect. It's kind of like when you go on a trip and you're away for a long time, and you then you come home, and then you get home and you have that first poop after you've gotten home from being on a trip, and it's like if you're lucky, it's like a really good poop, you know, because it's that I'm at home poop, right? That's kind of how I'm experiencing that now by going back to the light theme, because the light theme is my home. It's like my toilet at home is what the light theme is. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, we've all been there, like go away for a few days. And like when I travel, it usually takes like a day or two or three sometimes to actually be relaxed enough to have a good movement. But then but you get home, man, and it's just like, woof, home. A home, just pooping everywhere. Techis Shop says hi. This is N8N automated is N8. Hi, this is N8N automated. Hi, Techist. Hi. Your retinas are accustomed to light mode. Yes, they are. Public toilets, I have no business being here. You know, before like I went through all my cancer stuff, I had a big issue. Like, I mean, going number 2 in a public restroom was like, that's not happening. It was like, it was just like, no, like not going to happen. But honestly, having gone through colon cancer like 15 years ago, I got over it because it's like, you have so many doctors literally looking at your asshole. I know there's a 14-year-old in here. I need to be careful. There was a 14-year-old in the room. But you have all these doctors looking at your asshole, putting fingers in there, putting other instruments in there. You kind of get, like, you're just, at some point, it just becomes like, I don't care. Like, fine, just, take a picture. Take a selfie with my asshole if you want, because you just stop caring. Okay, so this is on the root object player. So let me see. I want to go back to the root object. Equipped item Oh, okay. Wait, what? Equipped item position. I'm so confused as to what I was doing. Equipped item position set. What? Huh? Razman says, and don't even like to, I don't even like to do number 2 at the office. Before like all the cancer stuff, there was like there was a specific like when I worked at AOL, this was a long time ago when I worked at AOL. The campus at AOL was huge back like when AOL was like still relevant. And I would walk across campus to go to a specific bathroom because it was like a single user bathrooms, right? So it wasn't like a stall. It was its own room, and I would literally it would take me like 10 or 15 minutes to walk there, and I would walk but I had no qualms about it because I was able to relax. If I have my own like space, like if it is a self-contained bathroom, like a single user bathroom, then I'll do it. Then I'll do, like I did not have much of a problem. But no, if it's a stall, no, like a public restroom. And also the thing that really drives me nuts about America, and I have yet to find a rational explanation for this, and if you're American, you know what I'm about to say. So for anybody that's not, let me see. Let me pull up Microsoft Paint, right? I'm going to pull that up. So pretend you're in the toilet, and then I'm not sure how to do this, but if this is the floor, right? And then maybe you have the door here. This is kind of like a side view, okay? And then you have you have your toilet here. It's kind of like that, right? I guess it doesn't float. And then of course, then you're sitting on it, okay? Like this. And then you're doing your business. But the door like in Europe or even South America, they go down and they have this small little gap. Okay? In the United States, it's basically like this. It's like, I don't understand. The stalls come up so high. And I've never, you know what? I don't think I've ever asked AI. We're about to ask AI because I need to know. I need an answer. I need to know because it affects me personally. Okay. Why do public restroom stall doors in the U.S. Why are public restroom stall doors in the U.S. so high with such a large gap? Like it has always driven me nuts. Woogie says, yeah, it's the design and graphics part that I'm not good at right now. Okay. This is so interesting. I've always thought about making a game, but never got into it. Woogie says, how far into the game are you? That depends. I'll let Matthew field that question. Okay, let's see. Public restroom stall doors in the U.S. often have large gaps and are raised off the floor due to a combination of practical, economic, and cultural factors. I've been American all my life. What cultural factor? Okay, let's see what AI says. Cost of maintenance. Large gaps reduce the amount of material needed for the door. Really? Lowering construction. Okay, fine. Ventilation. Higher gaps allow for better air circulation. Safety. Gaps enable staff or security to check for inappropriate behavior such as drug use or, you know what? You can, there is no reason you can't see that with a gap that's like this. It's like this. How about a gap like that? Right? You'll still be able to see multiple feet inside of the stall. Standardized design. U.S. restroom designs often follow a one-size-fits-all approach, prioritizing functionality over privacy. Okay. And this is the one I'm really interested in. Cultural norms. Americans may prioritize privacy less in public restrooms compared to other cultures. Do we? Who said that? I didn't get the memo. I didn't get that memo. Where fully enclosed stalls are more common. They are more common. Yes. The design reflects a utilitarian approach with less emphasis on complete seclusion. Cultural norms. Why do I have to stare at the person's feet next to me when I'm taking a dump? No. Let's see. So Addy Goes Live has some basics implemented so far. You can walk, blah, blah. Okay, he's talking about the game. We're working, right, Addy? Looks at Jira estimations. Yeah, I'm getting a little distracted, okay? I got a little distracted, Matthew. You know, it happens. Okay. All right. Let me check something over here. And all right. Nothing. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay, I got to get back to this. All righty. Let me see. Let's see. So I'm not exactly sure what I was doing with this equipped item position. It's a transform. Let me get out a 2D view. Okay, so I think what this is I define where on the NPC the item should go. But I thought, okay, that's the equipped rotation and this is the equipped position. So I'm not sure what this is. Like transform set parent. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm setting the transforms parent to this position, and then these will then fall in line as needed. I'm so confused. I want to see. Let me see. If I equip something. Okay, but then, oh, there's compiler errors. Yes. Okay, we'll just do that. Easy. So Razman, what's been going on, man? I haven't heard from, are you still, Razman might not even be there anymore. You can check the project out. Yes, you can. Awesome. Yeah, I've taken a look at it, but I don't know enough about Unity yet. I might start learning. I started learning back in January. So, hey, yes, it was a comparison to the camera. It was in comparison to the camera, so it looks like it's being held. We just parent the item to that transform object to make it easier. Right. So that's the parent, and then we set, and then each item can have its own custom position relative to that parent, is what I'm guessing I did. Because I put the rotation makes sense, and then I put the parent, or I'm sorry, the position on each object as well. So let me see. If I come over here I equip it. What I want to do is I want to look at the scene. Where is that gun? Okay, so it's actually up pretty high. So where's the scriptable object of the pistol? Here. Okay, but equipped position. Okay, so I actually don't set it. I don't think if I update this, I don't think it's going to update. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, but I guess I'm trying to figure out if I need that. Or, yeah, I think I do. I think I do. Razman says, I left because you ain't reading my Singleton references. I read your Singleton references. And Razman, like, we have been, and Matthew can attest to this. But we have made so many Singletons in the past, like, 2 weeks. Like, when did I get home? I got home like 2 or 3. God, it feels like forever ago. No, I think it was like 3 weeks ago I got home. And in that time, we have made so many Singletons. And I'm not even joking. Like, we have made multiple Singletons in that time. Matthew says, don't forget to make a Singleton to handle your Singletons. That would be the Uber Singleton. Okay. So I guess we do need this. I kind of want to try. Let me see. So I assume if I therefore raise this, and then I'm just going to be weird about it. I'm just going to get a little jiggy with it. So then it should just be like the item itself should be over there. Ugh. Matthew says, hey, no joke at work here. We have local service Singleton need, like a single point to grab any one of our Singleton services. Wow. Okay. Okay. And this is the same company that gave you a hard time about not using open and closing brackets for one-liners. I want to talk to your chief architect, like the guy. Like, I don't know if you have anybody on staff that actually has like a title of architect or like chief architect, but I know you have a person who, even if that is not their proper title, that is pretty much their job. I want to talk to that person. Razman says, my job is completed here. I have converted another believer. The preacher of Singletons. Okay, so if I equip this gun, it should be all over the place. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, but I knew that already, so I don't know why I really tried that. Okay, let's put that back. Is that where it was? Yes. This is another problem I've noticed with Unity, is there doesn't seem to be a redo. And what I mean by that is you can Control Z to undo, but let's say like you want to go back 3 steps and then you accidentally press Control Z 4 times, but so now you want to go forward a step. There doesn't seem to be any. Let me see. I haven't even looked here. Is there a redo or undo? Control. Okay. Undo. Okay. There is technically there is a redo, but I like, oh wait, maybe I'm just using the wrong shortcut. It's Control Y. Okay. Most IDEs have a Control Shift Z. I think that's like what Visual Studio has, right? Let me see. Redo. What? This is a test. Okay, whatever. And then I undo that, Control Shift C works just fine. But apparently Control Y, I guess, is the preferred method. Never heard that. Yeah, sometimes I press the wrong redo key depending on the program. Messes me up at times. Yeah. Like I've been trying Control Shift Z quite a bit in Unity, and it never works. And I guess now I know why. I guess I can change the key bindings. There's nothing that says I can't. Okay. So I don't even know if that's back to where it was. Yeah, I think because he's facing that way. Okay. Calm down. Just calm down for a minute. Let's think. This means that every NPC will need this, which I don't like. Now, it's not that big of a deal because the NPC, like all the characters, will be roughly the same size. Well, even if they're not the same size, they're all going to be modeled. Oh, but when we actually use actual models. Okay, but still, like the bad guys are basically going to be copies of the of like other bad guys, right? It's not like they're going to be that unique. See, I like how I had the cell phone. The cell phone, I was trying to get the cell phone on the ground, and so I couldn't get it to work, and so I just put it in the air, and so sometimes it falls. So it falls, but literally, I do not understand why like shift, like being able to snap an item to the ground. Just please add that. Just please add that. I want to look up Twitter. I want to look up Unity's Twitter account. Here we go. Please add a way to place or to have an item snap to another item. For some reason, it's ridiculously difficult to simply put an item on the ground. All right, that's all I want. Okay. Anyway. So, I guess we do need that. So that means green guy will need it. Oh, wait. I want to try something else. Okay, wait. Just calm down for a second. Just 1 second. Okay, wait a minute. Player interactor script. Wait, item. Now I'm confused. Wait, I'm really confused. Wait. Oh, did I just add like a transform or like a... I'm trying to figure out... Okay, again, I didn't use Unity for like 2 months, so forgive me. But I'm trying to figure out what equipped item position is. I mean, it's a transform. I get that. But... there's no edit script, so it's... Did I just do create empty, maybe? But now this has that little green box, and it had... Oh, this is... Why? Oh, and guys, why didn't you tell me that there's no chat on the on this stream? Jesus Christ, you people! I can't count on you for anything. All right, give me a minute. Let me just change this. Do this over here. Change that. Okay, update that. Put that there. Oh, it should be there. Okay, there's Google. Google works. There we go. All right, that's better. That's better. You guys can see the chat. Now you can see your little messages. You should check out Streamlabs as an OBS alternative. Makes chat box a lot easier. I've looked at Streamlabs before. I think I even have an account, but it's not really an application. You have to... At least I don't think it is. I think I thought you still had to like use... Let me see. Because I know it's not free. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. It is an application. Interesting. Let's check it out. I removed OBS and use Streamlabs exclusively now. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. As long as it has all the like same features as OBS. And what I mean by, well, like, can I do, because let me show you my OBS window. So so here, this obviously on the big screen is the desktop stream, and then over on the right hand side, I'm able to do the mobile stream. So I'm wondering if I'd be able to do something like that as well with Streamlabs, if I would be able to have both. All right. So I guess if I have an NPC that can equip something, there has to be an equipped item position, which I guess is acceptable. So let me see. So it would go in the character entity. Over here, equipped item position. Okay, character entity, that I believe I did attach it to the player. Did I attach it to the root player object? No. Excuse me. No? What did I attach it to then? Player interactor script. Okay, it's not attached to. Okay, I know I attached it. Input manager. Hey, if Razman's still there, input manager, singleton. Equipped item. No, equipped. This is so weird. I think this might have been like one of the first things I did, so maybe that's why it's like weird, and I'm looking at this like, what idiot did this? Like, what idiot designed this? But I don't know where I put the character. I don't know where I put the character entity script thingy. I'm really distracted. Sorry, boys. Sorry. Let me try to bring it in. Focus. Okay. So let's think about this rationally. Oh wait, isn't there like something in Unity where I can go, let me see. I can like get references or something, right? Something like that. Common NPC, character entity. Show and explore, open, okay. Import, export. Find references in scene. Okay. What's that? Okay, that's not what I want. What is this? How do I get out of this? How do I, what have I done? What did I do? No, go, take me out of this. I want to go home. I want to go back. What happened? Stop. Thank you. That was scary. Okay, I have no idea where this is. My wife's cooking. I can smell food. Okay, let me see. Common base NPC character. No, character entity. Player stats. That's what it is. That's a weird place to put it. but it's in player stats. Player stats. Right here. Okay. Player stats. Oh, no, not right there. Right here. Player stats. Okay. So player stats is character entity. I'm going to update the character entity file just so I know that. Okay. This class is attached to all characters, player and NPC. For the player character, okay, the AI is close. The class player stats inherits from this class and is attached to the player game object, or to the root player game object. Okay, just because I know I'm going to be wondering that, and about probably tomorrow night when I stream, I'm going to be like, wait, character entity, where's that? Okay, so that's a weird place to have it, I think, but we'll leave it for now. It is weird. But for NPCs, okay, I think that's fine. For NPCs, the class base NPC inherits from this class. Okay. All right. And then base NPC gets attached to the players by various, to the NPCs by various ways, kind of, I think. Because then you have enemy NPC. So basically what I'm trying to figure out, enemy NPC, what I'm trying to determine is if I now have to define that object for all models, and that's how I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking about like things that are actually on the screen, right? Like things that get rendered, essentially. If I have to put that for all NPC models, then I need to know how and where. Like, let's start with green guy, like, right? So I think I literally have a class called Sun NPC. But let's see. Okay, so he actually does have an object. Actually, I guess they all do. They either have an object or a prefab. I'm thinking out loud. So yeah, so I should be able to do it, right? There's no reason I can't. Okay, so we've already defined that position for the player character. So now we have to do it for the others. Matthew says it's good for on-screen notifications. It's extremely similar to OBS. Not sure about mobile stream, but it should have something for it, hopefully in the free edition. Well, I guess there's no reason I can't use OBS for if I do end up going with Streamlabs. But is Streamlabs free? I thought you had to pay for it. Let me see. Downloads. Is there anything in there? Hopefully there's nothing in the downloads that you guys shouldn't be seeing. Can you stream to multiple places at once with Streamlabs? Like, can I stream to like YouTube and Twitch? And the other one, what's named? I can't remember. Not Twitch. What is it? What's the other one? There's another popular one. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It has a green icon. It has a green icon. It's not Twitch. Oh, God damn it. This is going to drive me nuts. It's not Twitch. Oh, Jesus. I can't remember. You have to pay for multiple streaming, but the free has a lot of what you need. So I don't have a problem paying for the multiple streaming if two things. One, if it's a reasonable price. And two, if it's not a fucking subscription. And I bet, you know what? I bet you I bet you it's a subscription. Oh, and Kick. Matthew, the Kick was the one I couldn't remember just now. But I bet you, it just pisses me off. I feel like there is money to be made in a lot of software that's just buy the software, no subscription, because people are sick of subscriptions. But everything now is, I'm surprised Unity doesn't have a fucking subscription to use it. Now I'm angry. I just want to see the UI. Although I wonder if it's going to have an issue with like trying to get access to the camera. Maybe not. Okay, live streaming. Okay, how do you plan to use? I'm going to do live streaming. Continue. Oh God, and I got to sign up. All right, no, I'll do this another night. I'll do this another night. Another day. I'll do this when I'm not streaming already. Okay. So the Sun NPC, he would need this as well. So, see, how do I want to do this? Let's start by getting rid of this one. And have the player character use the one attached to the character entity. But that might be tricky because this is attached to the main camera, whereas character entity is attached to this root player object. Matthew says very bottom. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh. Compare plans. Okay, free, always. So what do we get? Streamlabs console, couldn't care. Multi-stream. So dual output. $189 a year or $27 a month. I'll tell you what, I would sign up for that if my channel was monetized. But maybe I'll try the free version. That might be, it might be worth. Wait, there's no watermark, is there? Okay, video. So, okay, where's the chat? Is there talk about the chat? Let's see. Merch store, all stores, CloudBot stores. Yeah, there's no mention of the chat. So, all right. All right. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, I wanted to get this. Okay, so I added this. Let's delete this. I wanted to get this equipped item position out of there, but have it not break anything. But I mean, I guess it's just a matter of just defining it, right? We just got to play with it, I guess. So here's player stats. So here's the equipped item position. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want, okay, character in where's character entity here. Transform. It shouldn't be a serialized field. It should be defined. Right? But it's not a transform. It's going to be oh wait, it will be a transform. Because a transform is all three of those things, position, rotation, and scale. But it's not going to be one that I drag to it. It's going to be one that I define. So this should be a serializable... What is it? It's serialized field or whatever it is. Come on, AI, help me out here. Serialized field. Okay. So it would be one I define, not one that I drag over to it. Okay, easy. All right. So this is 03. So we'll have this here. It's still showing me, it still wants me to drag. Oh, wait. I'm confusing something and I'm not sure what. I'm confused. I'm just not sure where. Because I've done this before where I had a transform on an object. I don't remember where, but I've had a transform on an object that I define, like where it shows me the fields. It's not asking me to drag something to it. This is a very basic thing that I'm like forgetting. Like, you see how this transform has it's allowing me to actually type in a position, rotation, and scale. Let me look for the transform keyword. I do like Visual Studio Code's find better than I like this. I feel like what you have here in Visual Studio is a little convoluted and kind of difficult to parse. But it is what it is. Okay, so forest, no. Items, transform. Fire point? Let's see. Pistol. Maybe I didn't do that. Maybe I do have to... Well, a transform is like, it's three vectors, right? Transform. Position, rotation, and scale. Position, vector 3. Okay, it's a lot more than that. But what I'm getting at, I mean, well, wait a minute. Come on, Unity. You got this. Okay. Right. Yeah. So I guess you can't do that. Oh, there is a way to add a subsection, though. I forget how to do that. You can... How you can label it. You can... I've done it before. Where you can kind of create like a little, group. Now I'm going to go through and look at all the different ones I've created in order to figure out how to do that. Unless Matthew knows offhand what I'm talking about, which he's a smart guy, probably does. Let's see. Oh man, header, or maybe is it header, or isn't it subsection or something? Or maybe let me try. Maybe it's header. Let me see. Header. Equipped item position. Okay. So maybe I was thinking a header. Okay, so position or transform, I should say. Header item transform. So we have that. Rotation. And then the last one, scale. Okay. So then that should all come through. All right, my wife is requesting attention, which is fair because I have not given her much attention today. I went on my nice long run, and then I've been working on this, and I was putting all this work and effort into that inventory UI, and then Matthew's like, oh, let me just sneeze and commit it. I'll just sneeze, and now suddenly you have a pull request with everything implemented. So, so I wasted a whole weekend. No, Matthew, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. It looks awesome, and I'm very appreciative. No, but I got to remember also that, like, yes, because like what I had implemented looked like crap, but it was a learning exercise. Whereas Matthew, he's worked on, he's done this for, I assume, a few years by now. So of course, when somebody's worked in an environment for a few years, it's going to be easier for them to implement something than somebody who's like never really done it before. So anyway, even though I did end up using the better code, because at the end of the day, you have to remain objective and use the better code, the better product. Even though at the end of the day, I ended up using that, which was not mine, it was still a learning experience. I still learned. So it was not all for naught. Okay. Well, let me finish this, and then my wife will still be wanting my attention in about 15 minutes. So, okay, let me see. So we got this. 0.3, negative 0.3, positive 0.5. So we have 0.3, negative 0.3, positive 0.5. Okay. Rotation was 90. This is all going to change though because the parent is different, but we'll try it anyway. Was that 90? Where was that 90? That was 90Y. Okay, easy. And then scale, I think, was all ones, but that's fine. Okay, so the scale is good. Okay. I thought this was collapsible. Wasn't there? All right, let me see. Wait a minute. In Unity, you can create a grouping of serialized fields with header. Okay. Can't see. What other attributes can be used? What other similar attributes can be used? Similar can be used. Okay, let's see. Because I thought there was one where you could actually like have a little arrow which collapses it. Space. Okay. Header. We got that. Tooltip. Okay. Range, text area, multi-line. Okay. None of that. Conditional. Show if. Interesting. Huh. I thought there was one where you could have it like kind of like that, but like in a subsection. But maybe I'm making that up. I'm probably making that up. Okay. So we have these different. I don't like this, but it is what it is. So, but what we can do is then we can just have a private private transform, which is the equipped. Oh wait, this is okay. We're gonna do equipped item position. I guess I don't know why it was called POS. Piece of shit. Matthew says I've used Unity professionally for 3 years, but over 16 altogether since 2.6. Yeah, so you've done this before. Okay, so public void awake. All right. Because in awake, I think what we're going to, like the AI just did it there a second ago, but we're just going to create the transform. Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so we named it. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. This all feels wrong, but I'm going to go with it. Okay, so that... No, 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 no. This is all wrong. I think maybe I do want something I can drag. Yeah, I think I do, because then at least I can see it. This I can't see. So I think I do want this. I think I do want that. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. All right, I'm just going to leave awake, even though we're not using awake. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah. Equipped item position. So I think all I did there was just create... So, I'm so confused. Okay, create empty. Test. I have a transform there. I can put what I want. I can drag it around. And then I should be able to drag... Okay, where did it... Okay, it was in player stats. So I should, in theory, be able to drag this here. I'm going to just... No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Rename. Equipped item position 2, just to make sure. Equipped item position 2. That's on the player object. And then in character entity, it's here. And so now we have to drag it to character entity, or else it's not going to have... Okay, so equipped position. Okay, it's already there. Okay. But character entity need... Okay, well, character entity does have access to it. Okay. And then it's simply this. Has a lot... Okay, so what I'm saying now is that the equipped item, in terms of coordinates and rotation and scale, those things will be with respect to this thing which I'm passing to you now. Okay. I get that. So we'll go back to character entity. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I got too many files open. This is... Okay, close all but this. Close all but pinned. Okay, perfect. And we'll just do that over here too as well. Close all but pinned. Okay. So I need to open up character entity. We'll pin that. But where was it item entity? Item entity. Yes. No. No, this wasn't it. I think it was equipped item controller, which we need to get rid of. That's like a stupid pattern. Equipped item controller. Okay. Yeah, there's equipped item position. Set equipped item. That's what we're... I'm just going to rename this. Set equipped item. That's essentially what we want to duplicate. So we have the item position here. We set the item to the parent. I'm not going to worry about errors right now. Item entity is what we were passed in, so I don't have to worry about that. This. Okay, once the parent to item position... I'm going to copy the comment too, because it's probably relevant. once parented to the item position, set the local position and rotation. Okay, so this would be the item data. So this would be, just item data here. Might as well just copy the error since it's right there, so we can go ahead. You ever programmed in a language? Probably not, since I know, like, Matthew, you're younger, and I have a feeling a lot of people watching this are younger. But are there any languages, like any popular languages used today, that require you to declare your variables up front? Because this, like what I just did here, where I, like on the right hand side, where I just pasted var item data, and notice that var item data, it's like in the middle of the function. That's a luxury. That is a luxury that I think a lot of you young kids these days probably take for granted. Like languages like Pascal, my beloved Pascal, and I think even C. I'm pretty sure in C, you have to declare all your variables up front. And which means what I did in my case, I would have had to have gone back and then go to the top of the function and said var item and just left it blank until I was ready to use it. I don't know. Let's ask Rock. In a language like Pascal, you must declare your variables at the start of the function. Are there any languages widely used today that have this design? Let's see. In Pascal, variables must be declared at the start of the function or procedure, typically a dedicated var block, blah, 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 blah. Ada. I have always, I feel like, like some people, they say they're like bi-curious. I'm very Ada curious. I've always been very curious about Ada. I remember like long ago, I remember taking a class and we had to, it was basically like a class about programming. And it wasn't like to teach how to program. It wasn't a compiler class. It was like a language design class. And so, but we had to write various exercises in various different languages. And I remember doing one in Ada. And it reminded, like, Ada actually is the precursor to Pascal. And I didn't hate Ada. And like, I remember at the time reading about it and like how Ada is still pretty popular today. Obviously it's not like any like JavaScript or Java or Python or anything like that, but it's still widely used. So Ada, I guess you have to declare them up front. Interesting. Go, which I absolutely will. I refuse to use it because of this right here. You see that? I'm gonna make that bigger. You see this? You see that? Right there is why I will never use Go, because that is a compilation error. Now, I remember complaining about this on like Twitter or Reddit or something, and somebody said that you can actually disable that. Like, I think it's a compiler setting or something in the language. Like, but I was basically told that you can undo that. But still, the fact that somebody thought it was a good idea to do that by default, because by default, that is a syntax error and Go. No, I will not use that trash language. Absolutely not. It is an awful, awful, awful language. Rust. Really? You got to declare your functions up front in Rust? I mean, your variables up front in Rust? Interesting. I've also been very Rust curious. This here is not a syntax error in Rust, but I didn't know you had to declare them up front. But I have been very curious about Rust. There's also another language called Zig, which is it's in its infancy. Well, I don't know that it's in its infancy so much anymore, but it is. It's still a pretty new language. Like, when did it come out? Yeah, it's in 2016. I've been very curious about Zig because apparently, like, the executables that Zig compiles are really small and obviously really powerful. Okay. In older C standards, variables had to be declared at the start of a block. So I remember. So I think I told the story not that long ago about how I talked a guy into giving me a copy of Turbo C++. So I remember, God, so that happened probably in 91 or 92. And then I remember probably about a year later, I was living with my baby mama. She hates that. Oh, anytime I called her my baby mama, you could just get this look on her face, like, ugh. You know that look that women do, like when they have the complete ick. Ugh. That whenever I called her my baby mama, that's the look she would give me. So of course that encouraged me to do it more. But I remember with Turbo C++, I remember vividly being in the apartment that we lived in when I don't remember if my daughter was born, or because we lived in the apartment for about a year and my daughter was born like halfway through that year. So, but I remember being in the apartment and I had installed Turbo C++ on the desktop that I had at the time, and I could not get it to compile anything. And I remember I was so angry, and she was trying to talk to me because she would, she was trying to be a good girlfriend. And but I remember telling her part of the I don't remember how I worded it, but I was basically like, part of the nice thing about C++ is that you can declare variables anywhere in the function. And I specifically remember being upset about that because that's all I wanted to do. Because in Pascal, you had to put you would have this huge block where you defined your variables, and then you had your implementation under it. But anyway, I don't know what the point of that story was, but other than my baby mama hates being called my baby mama. Fortran, interesting. Okay, I mean, it makes sense that a lot of the older languages require it. Yeah, and then it talks about why this isn't required today. But yeah, no, that's interesting. Okay, I think I'm getting texts. I'm getting texts from the wife, so I think I am going to call it a stream, not call it a day. This is broken, but I'm gonna do my famous commit statement. Matthew, if you decide to do anything, please do not pull from this. This is a broken check-in. Do not clone or work off of this commit. I am going to go downstairs and work on this on my laptop, but that will appease the woman below me who is angry that I've been up here all day. Oh, Matthew says I will grab it right now. But and Matthew, I'm going to say something, and I do not by any means want to sound unappreciative, because I very highly appreciate that you did that. But just for future reference, that mock-up was, I mean, because I thought it was I thought it was interesting that you copied the style, which is fine. But this was literally, it was just a mock-up. So the style, it would be nice if the style kind of matched. And please don't do this yet. Like, if you want to do this, like, wait until like I actually have a good commit. But I do want the style to match the other dialogues we have. I just made this just because I was using a website where I could just do mock-ups, and this was what it looked like. Although honestly, like, part of my mind is like I really like this style, and part of me kind of wants to just have the other dialogues look like this. Like, I love this style. Like, I love simple, clean simplicity. So, but anyway, I don't know. But anyway, just kind of a note. But yeah. So we can talk about style at another point. But like, I mean, like, there is part of me where like I don't hate this design. Like, I don't. Like, I kind of like it. Although I can hear the haters now, like, oh, why do I have to play a game in light mode? So maybe we could make a dark mode version of it too. Anyway, boys, I may be back later today. I don't know. Maybe it all depends. Matthew says building blocks in place, make it fancy later. Yeah, like in the trash that I had been able to implement, that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, okay, you know what? The buttons are there. And then, but that was the other thing I wanted to talk about, is because, not sure is in the house. Not sure. Finally, he's here. I forgot what's going to say. So I'm curious, Matthew. I'm curious to see what this dialogue looks like on my Mac. And I suspect that you probably did it in a proper way where it's going to look just fine on Mac. Whereas what I implemented, it looked fine on Windows. But then when I went downstairs last night, it was all garbage, right? Because it was either the buttons were really huge and this control was too small. And I know it's probably because I was like setting sizes and scales where things had different parents, and so therefore it looked fine on Windows, but it was just all like it looked like garbage on Mac. So I should probably look at how you did that. Like I mean, it's not like I don't have the code, but not sure where the hell have you been? Like seriously, now I'm angry that I'm leaving the stream and not sure is here. Yeah, the canvas accounts for the dynamic screen sizes. Yeah, I figured it's like something like that, but which I need to learn. Wait, item entity. Okay, whatever. I said it's a broken check-in. It's a broken check-in. It's a broken check-in. Wait, it's not. I mean, is that all it's going to take to fix it? No, it's not all it's going to take to fix it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got other. I mean, literally, actually, I could just. You know what? I could just do this. Anyway, I'm gonna come over here. It's yeah, over here, just like that. It's a future Addy problem. Yes, it's future Addy's problem. Not sure says it's all good. See you next stream. Next stream may be later today. I may come back up here later tonight and do some work. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the. Wait, not sure says I started a. You started it. Whoa, wait, this is big news. This is big news. Wait, where? Okay, Matthew, here. I'm going to check this in. You can base here. This should compile now. Wait. Not sure. Before I go, we need to hear about this new gig. Like, where are you working? Like, what are you doing? Is it like how much money are you making exactly? Like, don't be shy. You know, we're family. You can tell us how much money you're making. Like, no, but like seriously, like what kind of work are you doing? And like, what's the deal? Like, are you the CEO of some company? Are they hiring? I realize I look over here a lot because that's where the chat window is, where the camera's here. I should be looking here when I'm talking. That might make it a little bit better, but not sure. Like, seriously, I would have, like, we need to know. Like this is news because I know you're always complaining about how like I need a job. I work at an avionics company, make about 170K. Okay, that's good. That's decent. So but what kind of work do you do? I know you were like into like trying to learn how to program, but I don't know. But well, not sure. Congratulations. Oh, and the most important thing is, what are your hours? I'm looking at the camera. What are your hours? Wait. I have a solution to the multiple camera problem. Let me just, here. So no matter where I'm looking, I'm looking at the camera. So wait, what are your hours? Like, is it like a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 4? Okay. I'm a mechanitronics engineer. I work 8 to 4. Okay. 8 to 4. So there's no excuse for you not joining the stream. That's all I'm getting at is like when we're doing the stream, like you have no excuse not to be here. I overheard a company today that needs to hire 10 C++ programmers in the area. I mean, if it's a full remote company, then like if the position is completely remote, I'm happy to talk. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the conversation. That's all I'm saying. Good job, Addy. Good job. Addy is a 10x engineer. Strong. I mean, I am such a good programmer that there's two of me. Razman says the family is back. Razman's still here. They do laser systems on the border. That's kind of cool. So I would imagine that's for like detection and security. No, that's kind of cool. So I remember when Trump was originally like laying off everybody in the government, I remember being a little concerned and not sure can attest to this, but The area in which I live, we're like a half hour, if that, like we're like, I would say less than a half hour away from like downtown Washington, D.C. And it's always felt that like when there are downturns in the economy, like when jobs are hard to find and when things like this area, it's affected just like any other area in the United States. However, I feel that like we don't feel it as much as other areas in the United States, mostly because the federal government, which of course is based in Washington, D.C., which is, right down the road. And so the federal government is constantly spending money. They're constantly hiring contractors. Even when the economy is doing poorly, the federal government is still hiring engineers to do this or contracting companies out to do this and that. So I've always felt that like this area, it's not as affected as other areas of the country might be. I do remember being concerned about that when Trump was like I said, when he was laying off everybody, but it never really came to fruition. It never really like I feel like the area is still kind of like it always has been. So anyway, that's just my speech. All right, boys. Like I said, I might be back later tonight. I expect to see you, Matthew. No, wait. I expect to see you, Matthew, and you, Razman, and you, Not Sure, all back here. If not later on tonight, then definitely tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'll be here. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye, guys.